Yes, sir. We are back with another JJK Modello review. This time we're on chapter 16 on this lovely Saturday morning, afternoon, whatever. It's a Saturday cartoon, not cartoon, manga release, and those are good, bro. Like, you wake up in the morning, enjoying your Saturday night or morning, and get like a manga chapter, bro. It's nice. It's nice. And this chapter right here, it was really good. Like, I got the action. Like I am a shonen dude, bro. Like I like my dudes fighting. I like people throwing hands and whatnot. So just a full chapter of hands being thrown, like this is peak JJK right here, bro. This is peak Gege. His artist he has right here, I forgot the name, but this artist is fantastic as well, bro. Like this whole fight so far, it's great. So hopping into it, like we get some extra lore. So apparently, like the Gojo clan, they like banned the Ten Shadows for being used and whatnot, like from the Zenny clan. Like the Zenny clan wasn't allowed to use the Ten Shadows anymore. And I guess that kind of makes sense too because Gojo did die like with the help of Mahoraga. So like them saying, "Hey yo, like this curse technique is now banned now," makes sense. That's kind of unfair, but like they are one of the hit families in the JJK verse, so them implementing that rule, saying, "Hey yo, y'all not allowed to use this technique anymore." I guess that's kind of valid, since you are the top clan. But man, so Yuka, seeing how it's like a very special event or an important event, they allowed her to use the Ten Shadows technique so she could pull out Mahoraga. And let me tell you, bro, like when it comes to Mahoraga, bro, this man, he's 3 for 3 when it comes to like fighting the tops in the verse, bro. Because like first he fought Sukuna, he lost against Sukuna, but he still fought Sukuna through hands with Sukuna. Then he fought Gojo, and I was fighting Debora, bro. Like Mahoraga's like really when it came to like his last 3 summons, bro. Like he's just been fighting like the tops in the verse, which is kind of funny and kind of cool, and like also makes sense too. Like if you're gonna pull out like this divine general whatnot that like adapts to anything and everything, I feel like pulling it out against like the strongest people makes sense. Like they never pull Mahoraga out to fight against like some lame. And like it was well, technically speaking, Megami did pull out Maharag against like that guy with the luck manipulation, whoever he was, that guy with the weird curse hand sword. I forget his name. He was like a no name character, whatever. But Megami really did pull Maharaga out against him. So yes, but like technically Maharaga was put out against someone lame or a low tier, but he ended up Maharaga ended up fighting like Sukuna though, so it balances out kind of. Anyway, rambling aside, going into the fight though, like off rip, like this fight is gash, but like Debora and Mahoraga are throwing hands. We're seeing like Mahoraga like throw his attacks and whatnot. Then like Debora's technique is really just like light lasers, and it's kind of dope. I like it thoroughly. And like we see him like blow up Mahoraga like every other panel and whatnot. Mahoraga trying to fight back, but Debora like finding ways to like just burst him open, if that makes sense. Burst damage. I don't know. He practically blows up Mahoraga every other panel, but like there are some panels of exchange and whatnot. Mahoraga pushing him back. There was this one really dope panel though, of like Debora going in with a drop kick, and like the drop kick had like his light energy on his feet, and like he like blew him and like had like this whole laser light show with his feet. It was like it was dope, bro. Like this whole fight sequence when that was like super fresh. And then at some point, once he faces Debora, figures out like okay, he's like slowly like adapting, or you can use my technique. So like now Debora kind of figure out like Maharaga's gimmick, which is adapt like the comics, not the comic, the manga said Mahoraga adapts any and all phenomena. So like Deboro's slowly starting to figure out okay, this guy's adapted to my technique. So now we're gonna see how does Debora beat Mahoraga. Like does he's gonna like try to do like a one shot move, or like what's his plan now they starting to figure out what Mahoraga could do. Then we cut from that fight and then go to the meat and potatoes also, which is Siguri versus Maru. And let me tell you, bro, like this exchange right here is pretty fresh. Like we're in Maru's perspective right now. Him saying like fighting Siguri is kind of hard because like he has no curse energy. So like he can't read his movements properly because he has no curse energy. So like every move is kind of like a surprise attack. So that's also tough. And then also like him being like very physically strong too without having any curse energy as well. Then like this cool panel of like him like kind of speed blitzing Maru. Like you see like a panel of like Siguri in the back, then like bursting forward to go against Maru. it was just their whole exchange was pretty nice too. And then we get like a break from them throwing hands and whatnot, and like also too like it's just like this whole chapter was like mostly hands with like some talking in the background. Like it wasn't like till like the very end we got like some like actual like solid dialogue of them like talking back and forth. So anywho, a lot of fight, a lot of action going on. And it's like we'll say a breath where Maru gets like a good hit on no cross gets no not cross Siguri gets a good hit on Maru. Maru's on his back. And Siguri's like, hey, listen, bro, why don't you just tell Debora to leave, bro, so he could save his sister. And because he was explaining like how the Mahoraga ritual works, like so the way it works is like you summon Mahoraga, and then like pardon me, brain fart. Everyone's in the ritual, right? So it's like Yuka, Debora, and those people are in the ritual right now. Like the ritual ends when Mahoraga beats its opponent, or if Mahoraga dies. Then at the same time too, like if Mahoraga beats his opponent, he's gonna still go on a rampage, and like Yuka's gonna die as well. And like the only person who could control Mahoraga was the only exception to that was Sukuna, who was able to control Mahoraga. And seeing how Yuka can't control Mahoraga, like once if Mahoraga beats Debora, he's gonna still go on a rampage and kill Yuka. So that's what what's he face Siguri is worried about, because like either situation, like if Mahoraga wins, she dies. If Debora beats Mahoraga, she's gonna die because she can't beat Debora. So it's like, hey, can you just tell Debora to leave, because at that point that will end the ritual and like save his sister. Then it was like talking about the curse on Debora, how Debora can't really leave and go back to his planet because of that curse. And like if we use like that black rope technique, we could probably fix all of this. But like seeing how where we are right now, that's probably not going to be options. What Maru said. So then Siguri throws the option of like, okay, we're just gonna have a duel right now. If I win, you just have to leave. Is that it? If I win, I think they have to leave, or Debora has to leave. Let me double check. Who leaves? Make Debora leave. Yeah, so Maru, leave Earth if I win. Let's make a duel. Then he's like, oh, then he throws out the whole you're a warrior line, which has been like a very, I think it's storytelling. Keep pointing the story, like talking about how Maru is a warrior, and then at this point, Maru's on his back thinking about Debora versus Dula, and now him understanding why Debora was holding back against Dula, because Dula was Debora's friend, and right now at this moment, Maru's like, I gotta protect my brother, and our home right here, or the home we can have, but at the same time he doesn't want to hurt his friends. So now Maru understands what Debora was going through and why he held back against Dula. And so that's kind of interesting to see. And then like there's like a voice in Maru says like, hey, you can't hold back, you gotta respect Siguri, you gotta fight him as a warrior. So then at that point Maru snaps and lock-ins and says, please survive if you can, bro. Like he uses his curse technique, which is like chaos and harmony, where he like flip the whole earth and whatnot. And I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Like that whole panel of him like saying, bro, please lock in, survive, bro, because I'm gonna go in for the kill at this point. And him using his curse technique, bro, that was tough. That was just actually tough, man. Like that was a really good transition, because now at this point Maru is realizing I had to lock in. He understands what Debora was going through, and like at this point I can't hold back, bro. I need to win, because we need a new place. We can't go back to our old home at this point. So now at this point I really think Siguri's going to take the L, bro. Because what can he do? Because again, remember from a few chapters back, I talked about this last video too. Like Maru was like kind of doing whatever he wanted with his curse technique. He was like going, crazy mode against like that old dude. Like he was like making ice hot, stuff like that. He was like changing any physics around him. I think that's kind of like the name implies, like chaos and harmony. So like there's chaos too, but also like some type of harmony. I don't know what the harmony is. It's all they also said it was cross technique as well. So this is both their curse technique. So yeah, I don't know what he's going to do or what Siguri can do against this curse technique. But man, bro, like this was just a really clean chapter. Seeing Maru's technique full in action, like the name too, him like flipping the earth. It was just, it's insane work, bro. I can't wait to see what's going to happen, bro. Like if I'm making predictions, what's my prediction going to be? I want to say my prediction might be is that Yuji is going to probably hop in to stop Maru and Siguri from fighting. I think he's going to probably break up their fight and then help them with Mahoraga. That's my thinking is, because I feel like Yuji hopping in. Well, Yuji hopping in and fighting Debora. Maybe that would be like a good flex how strong Yuji is. Like, him hopping in, fighting Debora, and Mahoraga, taking them both out just to show like he's on a different level than everyone else. I feel like that would be fresh. That would be kind of fresh. Yeah, that's what I want to happen. I want Yuji to hop in against Debora and Mahoraga, fight them both, just to show like his level to this shit. You know what I mean? So that would be fresh. Then at this point, Siguri versus Maru. I think what's going to happen is Maru's going to absolutely wash Siguri. Like it's going to be like Siguri's going to put up a decent fight, but it's going to be very clear that Maru just has all the advantages, and it's going to probably be Siguri begging Maru to leave and he wants to protect his sister and whatnot, and Maru having to decide what he's going to do at that point. I think that's probably what happens. I think Maru's going to win the fight. That's what I think. Maru's going to win the fight. Yuji's going to hop in, fight Mahoraga and Debora. That's what I think is going to happen. We'll see though. That's my predictions, but we'll see how that goes. But that's it for the chapter recap / review. If you like the video, please subscribe, because that would be appreciated. And yeah, that's it. Hopefully y'all do subscribe and all that nice stuff. And until next time, y'all be easy. All right, I'll talk to you later.